we all have products that we sell and then we run out of, and then we buy more of them. Now, I'm not saying 24/7, 365, so not necessarily like a quote unquote replenishable item, but basically an item that we do buy more of, right? And I want to share with you that when it's time to buy more, I want to gauge how many to buy, right? I think a misconception is, oh, I sold 10 2 months ago. Now it makes sense for me to buy more of these. I'm going to buy another 10 if I want a 1 month supply. I sold 10 1 month, so maybe it makes sense to some people to buy 10 this month. It may, but it would kind of be blind luck to do it that way. So what I suggest is when it's time to rebuy something that you've already sold, go into Keepa, look at that product and look at that time frame that you sold that product and compare that to the modern day time frame, okay? Because for instance, let's say, and I have a Keepa chart I'm going to take you into here so we can do it together, but let's say you sold 10 in a month, but there was 10 other sellers, right? And now there's only 2 other sellers. Well, it might make sense to buy 5 times the quantity that you used to, or maybe the price used to be different, so it went faster or slower. So all of these have to come in together, not just, oh, I sold 10, so now I'm going to sell 10. So here we are in Keepa. I'll give you a real life example, okay? I just use this chart for a different video. So let's just say that in December, we sold 10 items, right? So what I'm going to do is highlight here December, and let's take a look, okay? So the price was right around 50 bucks. At the peak, there was 9 sellers. At the lowest, there was 5 sellers, okay? And I sold 10 units during this month. And by the way, I'm just making this up. I'm not even allowed to sell rainbow light. So okay. But now let's look at the current day, all right? Let's look at what's going on recently. Okay, well, since then, there's been way fewer sellers, down to 2, 1 in and out of stock, and now it's starting to come back. There's 3, then it's sold. You know, so it's been in and out of stock in the last 3 months. So a very, very different looking chart. So if I were to find this now, I would say if I want to keep a month's supply, if I sold 10 when there was 9 sellers, and let's just assume the buy box was spread pretty evenly because the buy box was consistent, I might say I'll buy 20 or 30 now, right? And I might not go crazy above that because you never know when other sellers are going to have access to inventory. There's never a perfect system. But I see that the buy box and the sale price has increased. There's less sellers. The current day is not synonymous with what it was in December, and I am going to adjust accordingly. Contrarily, if there was way more sellers now and the buy box has gone down, A, it might not even make sense anymore, and B, if it does, I might be buying less products. So, real simple lesson here. What you want to do is just always look back into Keepa of when you sold that product, for what price, how many sellers, and other context clues, and compare that to current day and what has changed, because market supply and demand and economics is always changing, and that's a simple thing you can do to kind of gauge how many you should or should not buy given the current state of that product. So I'm Jonathan, appreciate you guys being here. Questions, comments, topics, let me know. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.